Greetings, sports fans. ASMR Sports. Back in your business today. It's been a busy, as usual, few days. Today is Monday, October 28th. I hope to have this posted here shortly. And this past weekend, actually yesterday, on Sunday, I was at another card show here in sunny Fargo, North Dakota. This bag has nothing to do with the card show, but I'm just moving into the camera. So yeah, I spent the whole day at the card show, and it was pretty solid. It was a much smaller card show than the last one that I dealed at. And I wasn't sure it was going to be worth my, time, but it was actually, really busy, I have to say. Pretty much the whole day, it opened at 10, closed at 4, I think. Pretty much the whole time there was, traffic. And I felt like it was quite busy. So that was good. I'll probably do a more full report on that in a later video. But today I was out hunting for deals. Really, I was looking for two things: Pokemon, namely any 151 that I could find, and 2024 Topps update. In particular, hanger boxes or hanger packs, both of which I think are very good formats. So I did not find any 151 Pokemon, which is the kind of the hot set right now. But at game, I found nothing at the two places I looked. Well, actually, I did a third stop looking for Hoops premium stock basketball cards, and that was at Sam's Club. But my two stops I like to do are Best Buy, which has had some decent Pokemon sometimes, and occasionally some sports stuff. And then in the same mall that our Best Buy is in, there's a GameStop, and they're usually pretty well stocked on all sorts of Pokemon. But I've never seen 151 stuff there. But I did see these Obsidian Flames booster bundles, and I've kind of been more interested in the booster bundles lately. Although I'm realizing these aren't super secure because they are sealed in regular clear plastic wrap here, so it'd be easy enough to cut that off. Search through the packs. I guess you would weigh them, or maybe, I don't know, open them till you get a hit, and then replace the rest with packs that you believe to be bum packs, and then shrink wrap it up again. So I would probably only want to buy these from reputable sources, of which GameStop is one. And I actually have been thinking a lot about the Obsidian Flames set. I'm sure I've opened a pack or two, but I think this set is kind of focused on, well, not focused on, but it has some good Charizard cards in it. So anyways, I might do a video on those, actually, on a new channel that I've talked about possibly doing before, but made absolutely no progress toward whatsoever. So I don't know, I'm thinking about doing just a Pokemon ASMR channel. I haven't decided if I would do softly spoken or whispered, or I don't know, pantomimes. But I don't know, I have a few Pokemon things right now that I need to do content on, so I gotta make that decision. So, as I mentioned, the other thing I was looking for in this little shopping spree was 2024 Topps update series. I was like panicking because I didn't see update, and then I thought, I mean, yeah, I know these wrappers are quite distinctive with this blue and this kind of brown gradient. So I sort of, had no concerns that it was an update, but I'm like, wait a minute, where's the update? It should be right there, down the corner. Anyways, so yeah, I watched Striker Breaks. Always when a new Topps flagship product comes out, he always does an analysis to see which formats, blaster boxes, hobby boxes, jumbo boxes, hanger boxes, fat packs, Fanatics blaster boxes, maybe like retail packs. Which one of those, per dollar gives you the best chance to hit various parallels? And obviously some formats are really good at getting, like gold parallels. And others are better at getting you, other kinds of parallels, be they sort of the, super rare parallels like the Mother's Day, Father's Day, or the, the more common kind of like retail parallels, which appear more readily in certain retail formats versus others. Anyways, my recollection is from that analysis, these fat packs, as they're called, hanger packs also would be a term, and value packs also I think would apply to this format. But my recollection is that these were one of the best formats out there. I want to see what I paid for these. So it looks like $6.64 is what I paid, and I think that includes a 5% discount. So I think $6.99 is the retail on these. If you find them at Target, that's probably what they would be going for. But yeah, first time I've run into these in the wild, so I was kind of excited. I mean, I'm sure they're not going to be hard to find, but maybe they will be. I've been, continuing to look for the hanger boxes, which I bought some from GameStop online, and I opened one of those, and it was pretty cool. I continue to look for those, but have not run into them online, and I don't even think they've appeared like in stores where I am. So I was just thinking, so I'm gonna open a few of these and kind of see what we get. I was just thinking that it's been such a long time since Topps flagship release has had the sort of excitement behind it that this 24 update does, and it's kind of nice. I think it is certainly an indicator. How about that for a cool card? That the hobby is maybe warming up. Certainly Pokemon is on fire right now. Well, maybe not on fire, I don't know. Depends on who you ask, but maybe it's a little bit warming. It's warming up significantly, I would say. Pokemon is. So I think that maybe there's a chance that baseball and other sports cards would warm up as well, but we'll find out in due course. So that's a cool card of Ohtani with his former teammate Mike Trout of the Angels. Here we have a rookie debut of Ronnie Mauricio. I believe he had a pretty good year last year. Rookie card of Ben Brown. Trent Grisham, no longer with the Yankees, who are currently getting swept by the Dodgers. I believe may lose the World Series 4-0. So, better luck next year, I guess. It's kind of funny. pretty much exactly what I feared happening happened, which is that Yankee pitchers, I think, kind of survived the the AL East and then the broader AL in the playoffs, because in my view, none of the teams in the AL really had particularly good offenses this year, at least by comparison to what you see in the NL, where you have just stacked offensive teams like the Padres and, of course, the Dodgers. So, you got this Yankee pitching, Austin Wells' rookie debut. You got this Yankee pitching that has survived primarily because, it's had some hot streaks where the pitching looks really solid. I'm referring to the starting pitching primarily. Relief pitching is a whole other story, but it has kind of its own problems. But the Yankees, obviously they did well enough to win the AL East. I think you could argue that's largely because the rest of the AL East, basically just collapsed. The Orioles were looking very strong, but they basically went on an absolute cold streak right around the same time the Yankees did, so that kept the Yankees in business. But if they just played like 500 baseball, the Yankees would be like 10 games back at the end of the season. So here you have the Yankees with their kind of garbage pitching, sort of sliding into first place in the AL East at the end of the season, with pitchers that kind of start to revert to the mean in the second half of the season after pretty strong first halves. But these are not named. Carlos Rodon may have been a decent pitcher at one point, but other than a few solid outings, that guy, just not a trustworthy kind of second in the rotation kind of pitcher. You've got Garrett Cole, pretty solid for sure. Another pretty dang good year with a few kind of issues when he came back from injury and a couple other times in the season, but overall, definitely a solid number one starter. And then after those two, what have you got? You got Clark Schmidt, who basically, the Yankees were running out because they were out of bodies, and then he happened to string together a pretty solid season, but is just not a guy that's capable of, pitching at a dominant level like you need on a team that's going to the World Series. And after that, you got like Luis Gil, who I actually like, as a guy. In terms of his prospects for the future, I think he could be a very solid, number 2, number 3 guy in the Yankees rotation, but still very young, has control issues, not someone that, you think of as kind of ready and tested for the postseason or the majors, and the World Series, and Joey Votto, the Blue Jays, and Luis Gil also had some time off before the end of the season. I think he might have been injured or sort of rehabbing or something. Actually, maybe he didn't. I think maybe it just worked out that he was not due to pitch, and then the season ended, and then they had a long time off, and then I don't know what, they just couldn't find a way to get him in. So he's not I don't think his sharpest form here for the World Series. But all these names are not so interesting, not so good, not so confidence-inducing going into the World Series. Nice Jackson Merrill rookie debut. The Dodgers do not have a great rotation themselves. They definitely have, one of the weaker pitching staffs of the teams in the, sort of stratosphere of the major leagues. But they have an elite set of hitters that will, make up for a lot of their pitchers' faults. So, the Yankees the Yankee pitchers have to contend with that. There you go, there's Luis Reyes and Tatis. So, I sort of thought, well, the Yankees, they basically kind of survived through the playoffs. That's cool. Stars the MLB Jackson Holiday rookie. Oh, and a black gold Jackie. Very nice. These are past kind of the lackluster offenses. And like Soto was doing real well. Their offense was not, going bonkers, but it was going well enough. And I had hoped in the World Series that, their offense, the Yankees' offense, would be hot enough that they could, put up 6, 7, 8 runs against, the not too great pitchers of the Dodgers. That was their only hope in my view. I felt like the Yankee pitchers were absolutely going to be pitching to an ERA of like 5 or 6, and the Yankee bats were going to have to get all hot at the same time and try to win high-scoring games. That was the only hope. So what we're seeing is the Yankee pitchers are indeed trash, and the Yankee bats are not hitting at the level that they need to be hitting at in order to. I mean, Aaron Judge is on vacation. He's like out for the pasture. Churio, not a bad rookie. By the way, I am in a bad mood about the Yankees right now, so you're hearing the very most negative takes I have on them. But yeah, I don't know. I just think if you're gonna go to the World Series and have any hope, your 1 and 2 guys have to be rock solid. They can't be like wishy-washy Rodon, who may or may not give up 4 runs in the second inning just about every time he's out, and then a bunch of no-namers after that. Like, no, it can't happen. It cannot happen. Absolutely no. No. Your 1 and 2 guys have to be solid. Your third has to be experienced playoff pitcher or big game pitcher who can. I mean, I guess that's like basically a veteran, somebody who's been at it for 6, 7 years and succeeded in some important games, be they ALDS or ALCS or whatever. And then after that, maybe have some younger guys with less experience, but big arms or something like that. But that is just so different than what the Yankees have right now. They just have absolute trash for pitching, and I don't know, there just really wasn't arms available for them to pick up, and consequently, I think, here's what I will say about the Yankees. I think they really kind of outdid themselves getting to the World Series. I think it's an incredibly impressive accomplishment that they got to the World Series, because I think their pitching is so trash, and it's kind of a testament to their offense, mostly to Soto and to Judge during the regular season, that they were able to pull that off. So nothing too good in either of those 2 packs. A bunch of kind of base rookies, rookie debuts that are solid names, but really not much value in those rookie debuts. And I don't know if we've gotten like any parallels. I don't think so. I don't think we've got one parallel, so that's very interesting. So yeah, I think the Yankees were very fortunate to get as far as they did, but I just think they're getting railroaded right now in the World Series, and that's kind of what I expected. I had hoped in the back of my heart, but not. Oh, I think we got a goal, but not very, prominently in my brain. I'd hoped that like Judge would just turn a corner and start hitting like 3 home runs a game, and the pitchers would sort of hang on and get like maybe 3.5 ERA games going, but just not to be. And that first game seemed like maybe they could squeak by, but then they had to start playing reindeer games with putting a pitcher who hasn't touched a major league mound in 2 months into the most like critical frickin' situation of the entire season, and you saw what happened there. So yeah, I don't know. It's funny because gotta wonder what would happen if Boone had put in their other guy. What's his name? Hill, who was an experienced lefty. Had done really well in the playoffs, and was going to face 2 lefties. Otani and Freeman. You gotta wonder, could they have gotten that, that final out and stolen that game, and what would that have done to the mental state of the Dodgers? I don't know, but we'll never know. All right, so these packs, all the goodies are in the back. In the hanger boxes, they're always in the middle. At least, I can't remember what they were in that one I opened. I feel like maybe they weren't this in 2024. Usually they're in the middle. So relic. All right, let's see. I think this is a gold. Yeah, so that should be numbered Tyler Black. It's a rookie. It's got a nice line on it, but yeah, it's a number to 2024. So that's cool. I don't know who Tyler Black is, but a rookie gold is always pretty cool. Bryson Stott. Emmanuel Clase. I think he was the guy that kept getting rocked by the Yankee hitters, despite the fact that he was having a really good season. So, 3 packs, 1 parallel, but it is a gold, which is, one of the better parallels you can get. Even though they're high numbered, they're kind of sought after for rookies. So if you get a gold of a solid rookie, you're in business. There's Tyler Wade, former Yankee. I think I'm just going to open all these. Little public service announcement for you all who are interested in baseball cards. I believe that Fanatics still has the Fanatics exclusive blaster boxes available for sale for $29.99 each. And usually those are pretty solid. If you look at the striker breaks analysis, they are a very good value for the dollar. In terms of the parallels they will yield, there is one additional parallel in each one of those boxes. That's a Fanatics exclusive. I think it's like a blue, some color of blue. It's like a light shade of blue, I believe, like an aqua kind of thing. And those also have these potential redemptions for autographed memorabilia that you can send away for if you get one of them. So I don't know. Those things in past years have always been hot sellers with good kind of aftermarket value. And I think they probably printed quite a few of them because they're still available. But I've bought a lot of those. I think I did 3 max orders, and I think the most you can order is 10 or 12. I might have done 4. I can't remember. But anyways, if you want 2024 Topps update, that's a really good. That's a really good format. Those are probably good to hold on to for the future as well. And they've been available for sale for the last 3 days, so they're gettable, unlike the hanger boxes that seem to be harder to find than I would like. Oh wow, we got a second gold, so this is starting to shape up here, folks. Marco Luciano rookie debut. It's Jorge Polanco, 2024 Mickey Mantle 89 Topps throwback right there. Our stars at MRB are Seaman and Riley. Alright, well, last pack. Can we get a rookie parallel? So far, I don't know. I feel like, well, we've gotten these 2 golds, which is actually very solid. But I feel like the hanger boxes might yield more parallels. I don't think we're going to get a parallel here. I feel like there should be a Jason Dominguez rookie debut in this set, which I don't believe we've seen, but that would be a fun one to see. We've seen Luis Heel already. You ever notice noticed, I feel like being on one of these double cards now, they do put the sort of lower tier rookies on these things, but like you would think that in the past, whatever, 10, 15 years they've been doing this at Tops, that one of these frickin' guys, would break out and do good. But I don't think it's happened. I don't think any of these dual rookie card subjects has broken out in any way, shape, or form. So it's kind of crazy. It's like being cursed. Got that card before. I think got that one before. I saw that and I thought that looks like an orange back there, but I don't think. Oh, look at that. There's the Jason Dominguez I was talking about. Zach DeLuch. Alright. We got JD Martinez, not my favorite guy, but alright, so we got another parallel. So now they're starting to yield something here. Again, if you get a good rookie in one of these, pretty solid card. JD Martinez not so solid. I think that was not turned around before, but I turned it around. And then we got one of these mysticals, which is really the I feel like there was another parallel that was not a mystical, but it was like similarly very super colorful, rainbowy looking thing. It might have been a mystical though. Man, I don't have those cards around that I opened, but I don't know. I just feel like there's some cool looking parallels this year. And this mystical is definitely one of them. These things look freaking really sweet. All right, we got Anthony Volpe and Jackson Trio, stars of the MLB. So yeah, overall, for whatever $7 a pack that these cost, not a huge investment. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was, yeah, 5 packs. So 5 packs times $7-ish is $35 for all that fun. Pretty solid. I would say pretty solid. We didn't get the names that we want in the parallels, but we did get 2 golds and then 1 rainbow. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good odds for 5 packs. But yeah, I don't know. Would I rather have one of these or like, I don't know, like 1.5 of these versus 1 hanger box? I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm kind of partial to hanger box. I just really like that format. It's just 1 pack, one big old fat pack in there. Seems like ideal for opening, but anyways, there you go. That's kind of my review. I hope you guys pick up some of this stuff if you are interested in, this 2024 rookie class, and we will catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye now.